Good afternoon, guys. It's 4:32 p.m. Today is June 7th, 2023. Today is Wednesday, and we had a trend down day, after a while now. So in Discord yesterday, so let me walk you through the pre-market notes. So in the Discord yesterday evening, I said that if I am thinking right for buyers, then you will not see the price revisiting 42 area again in the overnight or tomorrow in RTH. That was a statement. I put it in Discord around maybe 4-5 p.m. yesterday. So then coming into today, when I was writing note in the morning, price was holding above 42.80 area. So that means that idea of buyers is still in, and then above buyers, below sellers. That's the idea, to go into the day, So buyers are holding above, so stick with longs above this area, and below you can become neutral, right? So ES pretty much held it entire day above this area, and then later in the day, very late, it broke below it, right? Now for NQ above, say I put the different level here today, say that 357 and 470 stay long, right? So I boiled it down a little bit. Otherwise, yesterday if you look at NQ, it was higher up, like around 588 or 590 closing, right? But something clicks in, so that's why I put this level, that above this stay long. That means NQ may come down to that point, so it depends on the real-time situation. And then these are the Russells and Dow levels, right? And then this is all for today. Rest is up to the intraday due to summer month low volume price action during the day, right? So it's all up to intraday now after that point onwards. So at least we know above 80 buyers are there, so which is this level, preferred buyers area. Above buyers are there. Okay, that's the idea going into the day. So NQ above 357, basically this area, that buyers are there, right? And then NQ open right here. Okay, now if you look at it here, see this, see I carried forward this statement from yesterday. This was the max for the day if price choose to trend down. See, so I have the visibility. So whenever I write a note, right, I have a visibility. Okay, what if price goes down or trend up? What is the max that it can go? And by late noon or late morning, you will know that it is a trending down situation. Then most likely it will go here in today's case, for example. So after 10:30, 11, it was clear that it wants to trend down. And if that is the case, now there are so many lines here, right? You need to know where is the max target, right? So it's good to have information, because then you can short in between going towards that area. See here, this would be your final profit target right here, and then you ignore this price action. But if you know this, that it's going to come here, or there is a possibility, then you can take this short, this short, this short here, and then target here. But if you don't have a visibility, right, then you have no clue. Then you are looking for this low as a target, and then you keep shorting here, and then you will, whatever profit you got here, you will give back here, trying to chase short, but price keep bouncing it, because you don't know, whether this is a stopping point. See my point? So that's the one thing I want to make it clear for today. Now yes, right? So now let's go back here. So above 80 we know buyers are there, right? So right of the open. So now, so I was giving hint, or I was typing all this thing in Discord, so I said most likely opening will be 90 to 94 area. Then in Discord also I shared the importance of 90 area, that why price is hesitating here all the time, this 90 area. So I gave the reason also, and because of that reason I said 90 is very important. It might open today at 90, 94, and then there is something is going to happen from that area. That area is important itself. So this is a 90 area line, so price open at 90, 94 area here, right? And then it was an open drive. So I also said that look at AD of the open, it may give you some hint. So AD was super bullish. See, price open here, and then it came down to or it opened right around 92 area, like gap fill, and AD was at plus 900. So it was a bullish disconnect right of the open. All you need is what? Price to poke higher, like this. The moment it does, here you go long at 95, right here. So I was in Discord at that time, I was talking that hey, now it needs to pull back a little and then go, and then target hits 03, right? So hold on, so let me show you. Okay, so okay, so here see around, what was the time, 7:27 a.m. right? Remember one thing, 1406 is a monthly area. So sellers will try their best to defend every time price goes there. Only trend day kind situation will go through that level, right? So at least we know this area is a monthly area. This 06 or 14, right? Sellers can defend, and look at it today, they defended it, right? Again. So that's the visibility. So now hold on, let me show you next text. That was at 7:23. Okay, now here is another one, 7:26, same time. Okay, so now somebody asked questions, like that, how do we take longs, right, in this situation? So I said, if it goes above 43.15, which is above monthly area, then you can go from 15 to 39.43 as a long. Okay. If it goes above 96, which is this area, 96, then you can trade 96 to 06. See, remember, I didn't mention 96 to 14, I said 96 to 6. So that was this long, 96 to this area basically, then that is how you have to pick longs. So that if it goes to, let's say, 85, so from here, if it goes to 85, let's say from here, if it goes to, this is 85, right? Then you can, then I change the wording here. Fail to hold below, you can trade 87 to 92. So here 85, right? If it fails to hold here and doesn't go down, but let's say go up, you can try 87 to 92. Then I said if it goes to 80, so assume, let's say it went through it, this is 80 level, see that, 80, fail to hold, you can trade 81 to 85. This is fail to hold, right? If you look at in the lower time frame, you will see it, which is, this is 80, failed to hold, balance. Here you have to pick up your long, target 85 or whatever you get, right? So from here to here, see that? So that's why this circle is here. It was also preferred buyers area, straight down into it, see that? So I'm also giving a hints in Discord, how to trade it. You have to watch it though, right? Now also another thing, there is another thing, okay, I want to share, and then I will walk you through it. Yeah, another one was this. See here around 9:26, right before open, right? So now you understand why I took this long. So I'm already giving you all the hints and trails, right? Now here 590, 587, 596, 600 in NQ. ES moves up, then O3 first touch possible. See, so right here at 9:26, I said if ES moves up, O3 first touch possible. NQ 587, 596, which is this area, 586, 596, 600, right? So now you know of the open, context is bullish, right? We are supposed to favor buyers, and when you see this, that's where I took the long at 600, and I targeted this 623 because that was a pending target for buyers from yesterday, and yes, this was the long, and my trading was done here. That's all I need, that many points in both, and I'm done. Now then another thing, so after looking at this open drive, so this is an open drive with bullish disconnect, right? Price should have gone, see, this was a trending situation, possibility. That means today could be the day where it can trend up. All it has to do is go through this area very fast. NQ has to go through this area, backup sellers area, right? See, NQ already took out preferred sellers area, ES took out preferred sellers area, so only last line is backup sellers. See how close they are. All price has to do is just slice through it in both of them, and it boom, you know, it can trend up, like, because open drive was already in place, open drive up. So at that point when price was chopping around here, you know, it should have gone higher, okay, based on internals at that time. So now based on that, see, this is what I wrote it. So what if it does not go higher, let's say, then what? And it may pull back little bit, right? Since it was an open drive, buyers have a responsibility now to hold it above certain levels, and if they don't, then price may backfire on them and price may do like this, trend down against them. Okay, so this is what that statement is. 617, 650, 643. So 643, 617 was like in between that. It's like a VWAP, 24-hour VWAP. And then 650 was here, right here. So those are the aggressive levels that they have to hold above it in order to push higher. Otherwise it may die. Then look for thrust up, right? Else it will die down. See that? So clear statement, right? Now yes, I said 97 and 43, right, which is this, which is this area, 97. See here, so that was a do or die level, final line. At that time NQ was testing 617 here. Okay, that's the last line for that morning open drive. So, and then that's it. After that it will die down. Okay, now once it goes here, so I said you guys can take longs in Discord, it's a do or die area, right? But I said now since price was able to come down here like these three lines, NQ sliced through it, right? So obviously on the way up, so this mini balance, see, price did not came down straight, it built a balance, small one, right, into this backup sellers area. So if we take a long here, we have to manage it properly, because now the responsibility is up to buyers. This is the final line. So when it bounces from here, which it did, it has to go through this area 4300, and NQ has to go through this 640. I said if it does not, and let's say sellers response, and ES let's say makes a new low, NQ makes a new low, at that point the ball is in sellers court. That means 70% sellers, 30% buyers. Before above that 50-50. See, up to here 100% buyers. When this breakdown happened, 50-50. When price went below 617, it's a 70% sellers, 30% buyers only. ES I said 50-50 because technically above 80 buyers are there, right? But since 90 was the line, you know, so I said above 90 it's a 50-50. The once it breaks below 90, it's a 70-30. You know, sellers, 70% sellers, 30% buyers, right? But here, so I took this long also, you know, 612 or 613 or something, and then in ES also I took this long, right? But then here, you know, I said watch very carefully. I said no shorts, but expect price to take out this area, you know, but you have to manage it, right? So here you can see both touched it here, right here, see that 640, and then boom, right? So when its price is like, you have to boil down to the lower time frame, you know, like seconds chart, 30 second, 45 second, you know, 10 second, whatever, you know, 15 second, and then you have to watch. The moment I see something, I am out here. Okay, now you know there is, now it made a new low. You don't have to wait for a new low. All you have to do is just observe this resistance at that time. You know, you should be out by, you know, 4300 right here, 42.99.50. Then it made a new low. At this point it went straight into 90 area. right? At that time, if you look at it, there was a bullish eddy divergence. Morning low here, ED was here 900. When this low happened, ED was at 1500, right? So it was a bullish eddy divergence. See, that brings some buyers into it here, and that's why you see this move. Okay, so you can technically take a long here, you know, but now you don't want to take a long here. Why? You have to ignore this bullish eddy divergence. Why? If you take it, you have to manage it properly, but you can't look for more profit than this 97. So here that would be exit. Okay. Now for what time? 10:05. So look at 10:05. NQ was testing this 602, 600 area. Morning where I took this long, right? It came down same to straight area. Look at NQ's AD. It was flat, right? So that's why it bounced both together. But now that bouncing should not, ideally if sellers are confirming here, then it will not go above 623 or 640, and it will actually give you a sell off from here. But still you cannot short it, you know. NQ has to completely go down. So here, right, so it went up, but then here it couldn't go higher, right, and then came down. At this point, right, now you know that bullish eddy divergence is failing, and now sellers are confirming from here, from here, from here. It's a slight pullback up from here, and it's now here after this breakdown basically, right? So now you have 4 types of sellers from 4 different levels, and every time all these buyers levels they are crossing down. So at this point at 10:30, you know that now since this 90 touched, it couldn't hold it, bullish disconnect failed, bullish eddy divergence failed, and price was able to break through this morning entire balance, right? By the time, if you look at NQ, was at right here into preferred buyers area, correct? So and ES was at where was ES? Here, 86, correct? So now the question is what to do, right? So here you cannot go long here at preferred buyers area, sorry, at this area, because it just, I just told you, right, it was 4-way confirmation, then breakdown, right? So now you have to wait, because here look at AD was trending down, now it is trending down, trending up, and now it's trending down, right? So in Discord I said no shorts, no long, just wait. Then when price bounced this way, right, I said take a short here at 10:30, 10:35 or so. So I'll show you my tweet also. Where is it? Where is it? Somewhere I wrote it. I'm trying to find it, okay? Okay, so here, see, this is very nice. So at 10:32, NQ above 590 buyers and below sellers. See here, now I know sellers are in, right? So I gave a line in send, and ES I think little bit below, but 590 above buyers, below sellers, right? So 590 was this level, this low basically, right? So now after that you can see it was around 10:32, right, which is 10:26, which is right here. So here I said below 590 sellers, above buyers. So now you know you can't go long below sellers, right? And then here I said 10:34, in order to take a short at 558 or 575 or 587. So I was expecting a pullback from here. So I said 558, which is this line, 587, which is this line, right? Your stop has to be at 610 in NQ, which is right around here somewhere. Okay, then you take these shorts. That's why you are seeing this arrow, right? Now for ES, 95 is the short right now. So for ES I said right now, which is around 1034, right? So now you can see 1034, which is right around here, 95. See that? Now that was the short I gave it in Discord, with stop at 98.50, which is this 3-point stop if you want to short then. Okay, that is what I said in Discord. So that's why it's a different arrow here. Okay, then there is another one, so this is the short, right? And then NQ, let's see. Okay, let me zoom down the chart. So I'm trying to match up the timing with my Discord, so that's why it's taking time. Okay, so now look here. So this was the short I took it. I didn't take this short, right? I didn't take this short. I waited, because since it bounced from here like this, right? I wanted to see a confirmation. So here I said take a short. I did not take a short, but I said you can take a short in Discord. Then when I see up to this point, the move was like little move pullback, right? Like that. See here, I was waiting for this 90 to be clear out. So this move, right? That was the deal. That now sellers are officially in. Price was to trend down by the time first hour was over, right? So then I can take short if it pulls back into this area, so this is the short at the same time in both the environment. I took it. Now before that, at 11:13 a.m., which is this, I said 11:13, which was right around here, and 11:13 was right around here. Okay, when ES was 82, NQ was at 473. So here I said now you want to see a new low of the day below 86.73, below this, as long as price holds below it. Okay, and above price will go to 504, 510, which is this area. This was the 508 was high, or 10 was high actually, this area, and then decide for the rest of the day. So if hold below, then it will make a new low, or it will go to this area and decide for the rest of the day, right? So now remember here it was a do or die situation, 97, and it failed. Similar situation here could happen if price comes from here to here, that is what it means. So and then hold on, there is another tweak. So this is the short, right, at 11:33 in both of them together. See that here? Take a sim short. The timestamp is 11:33. See that? 11:33. Now take a sim short now, only in real sim account in both ES and NQ. Right? So I'm not going to say like take a trade in live account or sim account or nothing. Right? I always use what sim account, because that was we do in the morning. I only take longs in my or shorts in my live account only till morning, probably around 10:30. That's it. Or even though if I get this kind of move, then I don't trade in my live account. In my sim account, my sim account is always like also a real account, but it's like a micro, kind of account, like I don't do too much contracts. It's a mini account, but I don't trade too many contracts, So, but anyway, so here look at this, right? So here take a sim short now, right? In both ES and NQ, 11:26 a.m. pullback long was the same setup as yesterday, and all this thing, which is I'm talking about this pullback. This, see this long? I knew that this long will come before it even happens. So, which is this long? Why, right? Why this long, right? And why price bounce this way? See, if you know all this in detail that this long may come, right, you have to ignore it, or you have to watch it to see what price does here. Then then you can take an action, right? So here I also give a target 436 in NQ and ES 76 for this short, right? So this was a target here, see that, and ES 76, which is this. Okay, now here why this long, right? So it's a common thing, you know, it's just a pure poor day traders, I would say, you know, poor. I want to use word poor. See, this 81 area was Globex low, okay, which is this area 8150, which is basically this area, right? Price went through here Globex low and give you a failed breakdown right there, right? That was the long I was talking about here, right? Then it already played long, right? Then it came down here second time, correct? Held it here, pushed back up, again came down, pushed back up. See, this is where the day traders trap here. That's why it was bouncing, because of the Globex low. People were thinking it's a failed breakdown, right? But it already played its card here. Second time coming here, something is off, you know. But still it will defend, because now people will think it's bounced from it. Now it's coming down as a support, and it will act as a support. So they ignore. So whoever took this long, they ignored this entire damn thing. What happened, you know? See, if this thing happened here, then it was fine to take a long, and you expect the price to go higher. Now the cards are changed, you know. It's in the seller's court now, because of this entire story which I just told you, right? So you look for shorts opportunity after this point onwards. So when price came there, right here, and now you are watching that, yes, okay, somebody bought a long here, right? So now it took out this area, right? So now see here, that's how people get trapped. See here, whoever took a long here, they are hoping that it will go through this. Now it's a balance breakout at this point. See, this balance took out this high, everything with this one candle, right? And it's coming from 80.50. So if you are a day trader, you will think that now price can easily go to here, and probably it will go to this high. Okay, see, at the same time in NQ, here you will say it was a divergence, right? So index divergence, correct? So you will use word divergence here, right? It's because look, ES made a did not come to this low, right? And NQ came to this low, correct? Pretty much. So it's a divergence, right? And it was bounced from the low, and NQ also did these things, correct? And now NQ broke out about this high, both of this level after doing this balance, correct? So at this point, you know, I'm sure many day traders who took the long here or who missed out the long here, they jumped on board right here, right? So that is the exact scenario I was looking for, you know. If I wanted to short, I wanted to short when somebody else is buying in a big, you know. So NQ also, they did this, right? Now if you remember my previous Discord message, that it will go to 504, 510 and make and decide, correct? And 90 level importance we already know, so which is also confluence area with this VWAP and mid also, right? So now watch. So now assume, let's say, pretend that buyers are buying it from here, they bought a breakout, and you can see it. After that it pulled back to the breakout area, right? And then again up thrust. So at this time it's giving you a confirmation that buyers are in now, right? So more people bought it here, you know. Now look what happened. It touched here, right? This thing touched here, sliced through it in one go. So if these buyers were strong, right, it will not come here in a straight fashion. Look at this, how it's coming down, straight down. See that? This price action itself will tell you that these guys are in control, not this guy. This was a trap. But you need to see that thing not after looking at this price action. You have to assume that this may happen. That's why you take a short here, you know. So this was a short which I typed it right here. See that? Now I use word now, right? Now how do I know this may happen? Because look at here, it came to here, did not come down here. Look at here, it did not touch here, and this was the previous RTH low. If price was so close, right, and yes, look at it, this was my zone which I drew it yesterday. Price didn't even come to that point. See that? So that is a pending stuff. This was a clear trap. When price does this kind of stuff, like coming close to it and bounce, it is basically not giving enough profit to whoever is holding these shorts for this target. So it bounces ahead of it, make them stop out, and then it will come down and take this target. So that is what I was playing. So fail breakout, perfect. Now I know when price came down here like this candle itself, I knew that it will come down straight here, right? So that's why I waited. I did not take any of this short. I only took this short, and that's it. And now trading is done. When price touched here, trading is done. After that, you don't want to mess around. Why? Because ES was into this area, right? This is a very good area. So it was around what time? 11:59, which is right around here, right? So now backup bias area is still good area, right? So ES doesn't have much room down. Now NQ has a room down, which was this area listed as a good support, right? This area, and this area was a max. So not much room here. Price already tended down too much, So you don't want to mess around. Once you get this clear trade, you should be done trading it, So but anyway, after that you can see it, right? Here price bounce, right? But now if you are trading it, you can watch this here. See that? This is the balance bottom, right? This balance. Price sliced through it, came here, we took the profit here. Then what? Then you don't want price to go higher above this area. And look at what happened. See that? Price touched here, came down, correct? So now this area is taken out. So most likely, and price is here. Now most likely it will go towards here. So when it bounce back up, you can see draw a line here. See that? You can short, take a profit here, and done. See later on also, see this area. So that's pretty much it, So, and that's how you should trade. So it's all pure price action watching. In line with levels, if you watch it, it will give you a trade, But it's not like level doesn't mean that you have to blindly trade it, right? When price is moving like this, you have to wait for a pause or something. You have to boil down to the lower time frame to see whether area is holding, right? So here, if you took it, you will be stopped out. But here, if you took it, it worked out, right? Because if you go back to the lower time frame, you will find something here, and then you time it with NQ, and then you will get it. See, this was a hourly support, 473, 486. That's why NQ was hesitating around here, and 504 also. So that's why I took this short, So you have to keep also in mind hourly time frame, 15-minute time frame, the larger view also. Then you can successfully do day trade in a lower time frame. And that's pretty much it for today. And I'll see you tomorrow.